So, ladies and gentlemen, what we have heard clearly is that Saudi Arabia's investment story is evolving from opportunity to execution. And this sets the stage for how supply chains must now respond. To translate this discussion into concrete opportunity, we now turn to the national outlook for the heavy equipment sector. And to know more on the sector priorities and the opportunities within the heavy equipment sector, it's my pleasure to invite Engineer Khalid Al Hamoud, the Executive Vice President of the Machinery and Equipment Sector at the National Industrial Development Center. Engineer Khalid, the stage is yours.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. صاحب المعالي المهندس خليل بن سلمة، نائب وزير الصناعة والثروة المعدنية لشؤون الصناعة، أصحاب السعادة، السيدات والسادة، الحضور الكرام، اسمحوا لي أن أقدم هذا العرض باللغة الإنجليزية وذلك لتواجد الكثير من الضيوف الغير متحدثين باللغة العربية. And I just want to tell a story out of the script, just come to mind how this event comes to reality. So I walked into Engineer Saleh's office exactly 1 year ago, and I told him I want to do an event for machinery equipment because I was leading this sector recently. And he told me why not to think about something specialized. And he proposed actually the heavy equipment because of one good reason, that we have high import, high trade deficiency, and we want to focus on the sector. So the idea integrated exactly 1 year ago, and here we are. Thank you so much. Thank you really so much for joining us today. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for supporting us for the first edition of the Heavy Equipment Forum and Expo. It's really a great pleasure to see this turnout of the industrial leaders, manufacturers, contractors, financial partners, experts, service providers. You are all making a significant role on the transformation of the kingdom's industrial landscape. Today, we translate strategic ambition into the industrial reality. Our agenda is designed to give you a clear view of the why and the how, moving from the macroeconomic foundations of the kingdom to the macro data-driven demand for heavy equipment, and showing you exactly the ecosystem who's eager to support you here. Clicker is not working. Clicker is not working. So everything we do is anchored in Vision 2030. This is our mandate to evolve our economy and build a diversified future that leverages our unique strength by focusing on a vibrant society and thriving economy. We are charging toward becoming a top 15 global economy. This is to create a high performance environment where your investment will thrive. Look at the engine driving this expansion. Saudi Arabia stands today as the largest economy in the MEA region, with a GDP that has surged by 80% during the last decade. This growth is increasingly diversified, with a non-oil sector contribution by 54%. Our economic growth and stability is emphasized by ranking third in the FDI Confidence Index among emerging markets, combined with a dynamic population where over 60% are under the age of 30. Looking to all of these indices, it is evident that we have a stable, high-performance environment for long-term industrial success. Our economic strength is multiplied by geography. We sit at the crossroad of three continents, linking Asia, Europe, and Africa through a maritime network of 10 major ports and 29 airports, connecting your operation to the whole world, putting over 40% of the world GDP within just 6 hours. This connectivity is anchored by 53 industrial cities and zones with the globally competitive land rates and state-of-the-art industrial services, providing the perfect base for your global operations. Stability is the ultimate luxury of an investor. We hold an A+ credit rating and the lowest inflation rate in the G20. Moreover, we also offer structural cost advantages such as the lowest industrial electricity and the land costs. Strategically ranked second globally in government technology maturity and have climbed to the 4th place in the Agility Logistic Index. These fundamentals build efficiency, rapid digital integration, and competitive margins. And to manage this momentum, we have built the heavy equipment subsector strategy based upon 4 strong national strategies. First, the National Industrial Strategy, which target to triple the manufacturing GDP by 2030. Second, the National Localization Strategy, which aims to increase the share of local content in non-oil expenditure from 50% to 75%. To ensure local supply chain resilience. Third, the National Mining Strategy, which aims to quadruple the mining GDP contribution by 2030. Finally, the National Investment Strategy is set to triple the total foreign direct investment into the kingdom. Together, this strategic framework turns the national vision into clear, focused strategic goals and deliverables for the heavy equipment subsector. The future demand is strong and visible in our project pipeline. Our cumulative spend on the construction market will reach to 6.4 trillion Saudi riyal by 2035. At the same time, our mining sector is gearing up to tap into 9.4 trillion Saudi riyal of mineral wealth. These massive projects all share one common requirement, which is a huge and continuous supply of heavy equipment. The implications of our sector are truly substantial. When we look at the total scale of opportunities leading up to the 2030, the accumulative demand for heavy equipment in the kingdom is projected to exceed 100 billion Saudi riyal. This momentum has positioned Saudi Arabia as the undisputed leader in the region, serving as the primary engine for earth-moving, specialized mining, and material handling equipment. This offers a scale of opportunity that's simply unmatched anywhere else in the region. Our demand is anchored in a pipeline of projects spanning every strategic sector. This momentum begins with the construction through the massive rollout of residential communities nationwide, followed by mining, which is accelerating as a core pillar of our economy. Our infrastructure is being redefined by the world-class urban development and Riyadh Expo 2030. Meanwhile, the oil and gas sector continues to scale its capacity to meet the global energy demand. We are also building a world-class tourism destination and transforming our transportation network. Finally, the global stage of sport, including FIFA World Cup 2034. All of this is creating a permanent, multi-decade demand for the heavy equipment. And to accelerate your entry, we in NIDC have mapped out 16 key investment opportunities across the heavy equipment value chain, representing more than 8 billion Saudi riyal expected total of investment. Each opportunity is provided as a detailed technical blueprint precisely aligned with our strategic international and national industrial goals. This is just the beginning, and we will continue to expand this portfolio alongside with our key stakeholders, covering major items from finished products to critical components and spare parts. At NIDC, we are proud to be the partner for the industrial transformation. We act as your one-stop shop to navigate these opportunities, offering a single point of entry to the world-class technical expertise and investment attraction. Our mission is to bridge the gap between the global technology and local capabilities, ensuring your entry to the Saudi market is seamless, scalable, and built for long-term success. This strategic support is backed by tangible incentives and enablers from various national entities. We offer investment support up to 35% of the project investment, project financing up to 3 billion Saudi riyal, and very competitive prices for industrial lands. You can also access employment salary subsidies up to 50% and specialized research grants. We will deep dive into these mechanics for these incentives and enablers across over various panel discussions and presentations throughout these 2 days. Ladies and gentlemen, the foundation is ready and the demand is clear. We welcome partners who bring the innovation and long-term commitment needed to shape the next chapter of our heavy equipment industry. Together, we will turn these opportunities into lasting industrial legacy. Thank you again for being part of this transformation, and let's start building the future together. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Khalid, for sharing the Saudi perspective on this sector, heavy equipment, and for sharing many important facts and figures with us today.